as it heads off towards the east. Now, when I look at the velocity of this, I'm not seeing a whole lot of rotation. What I'm looking for here as your meteorologist is I'm looking for red and green to be wrapped up tightly in a circle. We're really not seeing that as of now. However, we're going to continue to track where this system is going. But if you live in the very northern portions of Richmond County or into Westmoreland County, you need to be prepared and move into your tornado safe spot immediately. Now, this storm is bringing some very heavy rainfall along with it as it's moving through the region. So as you see here, this is along, I believe that's Highway 3, Montrose, Baynesville. We've got Horners. You're just to the back of this system. It looks like the worst of it has passed your area, Bryanttown as well. This is a pretty rural area that we're talking about. We've got 214 and we've got Chilton's. Those are some other areas. Chilton Road. If you live in that region, you need to be moving into your tornado safe spot immediately. We're going to track this out. I'm going to show you where this is going over the next couple of minutes. Now, this is a pretty small storm, and again, it's in a little bit more of a rural area, but let me put a track on it so you can see where it's going, and hopefully we can get a couple town names in there for you to know if you are included in this warning. So when we pop this out, we've got Phoneswood. You need to be moving into your tornado safe spot. Rappahannock Church. If you go to Rappahannock Church, it's a Sunday, or if you know people who live in that region, make sure you're letting them know that this tornado warning is in effect. Montrose, Washington, and Lee High School. We've got Bryanttown, Crisford, Siloam Church. All of those areas are included in this tornado warning, and it is in effect until 3:15. So when we look at some of those town names, places like Rappahannock Church, this is going over your area as we speak. As we head towards Washington and Lee High School, this will be in your area around 2:51 this evening. Bryanttown, 2:54, same time there, 2:54 for Crisford and into Siloam Church. That's when we'll be at about 2:54. So the system, it is heading off towards the east. I'm going to get an update from our from the National Weather Service to see if we can get the exact time and the exact direction this is moving and how quickly it's moving as well. We are seeing this moving. Right now it looks like it's a slow moving system, 10 miles per hour. It's located, last known location was near Newland or near Montrose. It's moving east at about 10 miles per hour. Now here's a little bit of good news if we can give you that. This is radar indicated. So what that means is that we're not seeing a tornado on the ground. This was not spotted by a person. It just looks like we have rotation in this system, and enough so that we could potentially be seeing a bit of tornadic activity. So what I'm doing here is I am looking at our velocity signatures. This is what I look at to help me see if there could be tornadic activity in this region. So when we're looking at this, we need those red and green colors to be tightly woven together. Now I'm going to look at a second radar here and see if maybe I can see it a little bit more detail here. I'm seeing maybe a touch of rotation just north of Montrose into the Baynesville area, but it is very weak rotation at this point in time. It's really not too impressive, but it is slow moving. Now, if we throw on some of our thunder and lightning, we're going to see if you can hear this system as it passes through your area. As of now, it does look like we've seen a few flashes of lightning, but not a ton. So this one looks more just like a rainy system that you're getting some heavy rainfall, some very strong winds, and over the last about half hour or so, we've only seen about one flash of lightning. So it's not going to be a big old thunderstorm. It is for a very small area. So Montrose, this is heading into your region right now. Baynesville, Bryanttown. If you're just joining us here on WSA 9+, we do have a tornado warning in effect until 3:15 this afternoon for Richmond and Westmoreland County. Westmoreland County, this is south of the district. This is along, I believe that's Highway 3 that we've got there. I'm going to give you a tight zoomed in look to see some of our roads in there that potentially you may know someone who lives there. And if you do, make sure you give them a call and let them know that there is a significant storm system headed their way. So we'll get down to street level mapping here, and you'll see, again, a pretty rural area. We've got Stafford Hall Road. We have Wild Sally Road, Robert E. Lee birthplace. We have Great Horse Road, Earnshaw Lane, if you live in any of those areas. We also have a Great Horse Place there as well. If you live there, you need to make sure you're moving into your tornado save spot. Now, the rotation in this system is broad, but it is still a system that needs to be taken seriously. As we zoom in a little bit more, a few other town names you might know. I believe that's we've got Norwood Drive, we've got Eden Lane, we've got Graney Road. These are all areas that need to be moving into their tornado save spot immediately. We're going to pull this out a little bit more. And I'm going to zoom you out so you can see this is just one storm in a longer line of systems that's moving through the DMV for this evening. Now, we do have quite a few severe alerts in effect for today. So let me show you what we've got at this moment. We do have a tornado watch in effect for the almost the entire DMV. Everywhere that you see here in this red color is under a tornado watch until 10 o'clock tonight. So this is including Westmoreland County. That is experiencing that warning as we speak. We also do have that severe weather threat in addition to this tornado watch that's coming from the Storm Prediction Center. So you see that red box way down south. Again, this is south of Leonardtown, south of La Plata, well south of DC. If you are familiar with where I-95 goes, this is to the east of I-95. And again, this is a little bit more of that rural area. It's just clipping the top of Richmond County, and it is moving through portions of Westmoreland County. So let's get another look at where our severe threats are today. You can see that yellow line there. That is our slight risk for severe weather. And again, the biggest threat we'll see for everyone included, not only in this slight risk, but also in that tornado watch, it's going to be the threat for those isolated tornadoes and damaging winds. Even if you are not in a tornado, you could still see straight line winds that are strong enough to cause some damage for today. Now, that hail threat, not zero, but it is still in there for today. I do think it will be on the lower side. It's not our biggest threat we're watching, but it is still something to pay attention to. So if you're just joining us, we have a tornado warning in effect until 3:15 this afternoon. This is including Richmond and Westmoreland County, and you can see it's very far south of the DC area, south of La Plata, and southwest of Leonardtown. As we zoom in a bit more, some town names you might recognize. We've got Phonesville, we have Montrose, Bryanttown, Baynesville. These are all areas that are included in this system. This is just to the north of Newland, and it's in effect for at least the next, I'd say, about 25 minutes or so, and it's going to be bringing some very heavy rainfall along with it, and not a ton of thunder and lightning. I'm going to pop on our lightning again so you can see we're getting a few more strikes, but it's not this really dynamic system that has all of this lightning along with it. It's moving to the east at about 10 miles per hour as of now. So let's get back over to our velocity and see if we're seeing any more rotation potentially moving in there. It's really not looking all too impressive to me at this time. A bit of rotation possible near the Montrose region, but that's really all I'm picking up right now. A little bit of that rotation near Bryantown, Montrose, could be seeing some of that rotation there. The Chilton's area, we've got Staffordshire Hall Road. That region should be prepared. Let's see, maybe a little bit more rotation there. Let me pull that over and see if we can get a little bit more. All right, possibly a bit of rotation there. Possibly a bit of rotation on the back end of this system that we're seeing here. So we'll pull that in, and Phonesville, another area that needs to be prepared for this system. So I'm going to put another track on this so you can see where it's heading over the next couple of minutes, and we'll talk about where you need to go here as well if you are experiencing a tornado warning as we move into the next couple of minutes. So Montrose, this is in your region as we speak. Westmoreland Health Clinic, this is in your area. We've got Chilton's, Bryantown, both of those spots will be seeing this before 3 o'clock. Zacata, I apologize if I'm saying that one wrong. You are just on the fringe of this tornado warning. Again, that is in effect until 3:15. We've got no mini church as well included. Now these are areas that are just on the very edge of this tornado warning. So areas like Montrose and Bryantown, you are the spots that are really heavily included in this warning that we are watching. So if you are in a warning, not only today, not only for this current warning, but potentially if you're in a warning as we move throughout the rest of the evening, since we do have that tornado warning currently and the tornado watch in effect until 10 o'clock, you need to know where you should go. So if you've got a home, best spot for you to be is inside in the innermost region of your home. So that could look like a hallway or a bathroom. You got to put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. The best place is a basement. I know not everybody has basements, but if you can get to the lowest level of your home, underground would be ideal. If you live in an apartment building, try to get to the innermost region on the lowest area possible. So that could be maybe a stairwell on the innermost portion of your building, but get to the lowest spot that you can. Now, the best thing you can do is not be outside, okay? I know when we get these strong storms, it can be pretty fun to go outside and try and get pictures and see them. Now is not the time for that, okay? We need to be inside and waiting for these storms to clear before we go outside. So let's take another look at where that tornado warning is right now and what we're expecting it to do as we move into the next couple of minutes. So if you're just joining us now, we do have a tornado warning in effect for one of our far southern counties. This is for Richmond and Westmoreland County until 3:15. Areas that are impacted by this will be Montrose, Bryantown, Chiltons, you are all included. Baynesville also included. This is right around, I believe that's Route 3. We've got Route 214 as well. County Park Drive, Peach Grove Lane, all included in this tornado warning for the next 19 minutes. Now, when I'm looking at velocity, we are seeing a little bit more of a signature. So let me show you exactly what that looks like right now. This signature is starting to become a bit more impressive, at least a little bit more pronounced, if you will. So what I'm looking for here are those red and green colors to be wrapped up together, and we are starting to see that a little bit more. I will put a little arrow so you can see this right here. We need this to be moving in a counterclockwise direction. This is what I'm seeing, okay? When we've got this movement in this counterclockwise situation, that is telling me that, yeah, we could be seeing some rotation from this, and we need to continue to monitor it. So Montrose, Singerly, we've got Phoneswood as well, all need to be prepared for this system. I'm going to give you another zoomed in look at what we're seeing so you can hear some of these town names. Montrose, we've got County Park Drive, we have Chiltons, Zacata as well, Bryantown. This is just along Stafford Hall Road between Bryantown and Crisford. That is where we are seeing some of that potential. All right, we do now have a new update from the National Weather Service. This just came in moments ago. They're now telling us that the back of that warning has been cut off, but they are continuing this current tornado warning that we are continuing to track. So the latest data is still saying about until 3:15 this evening. Let's see if we've got a new update on this one. Yes, still radar indicated, which is good. That doesn't mean, that tells us that we have not seen any of this included. We haven't seen this forming in the sky yet. This is just the radar saying that we could potentially be seeing this tornado developing. Especially if you live around Montrose. Montrose, right around 3 p.m. If you live in Montrose, you need to be moving into your tornado safe spot immediately. This tornado warning is in effect for Westmoreland County until 3:15, and we just got information from the National Weather Service saying that Montrose, the city of Montrose, you need to be moving into your tornado safe spot immediately. That's where this is heading. You need to take cover now as we continue to track this system, and I'm going to continue to watch it for you as we move into these next couple of minutes. So we're at least going to stick with this through 3:15 as we watch where there could potentially be some rotation. I'm going to put a spin on this. You can see what we've been seeing over the last few minutes as this has continued to develop. So when I'm looking at the radar, what I'm seeing here is, yes, an area of heavy rainfall and a bit of that rotation. Now that I'm seeing it, Montrose, the area of Montrose, you are seeing the most significant rotation at this moment. So this is for Peach Grove Lane. We've got County Park Drive. We have, I believe that's Zacata Road or Zacata Road, Chilton Road as well. Chilton's, you need to be in your tornado safe spot immediately. We are seeing this in Bryantown, Stafford Hall Road. All of those regions need to be moving into the tornado safe spot immediately. This is a slow moving system, so you're going to be dealing with that heavy rainfall as it moves over your area over the next at least about 20 minutes. It's only moving at about 10 miles per hour, so very, very slow moving system. Normally, we get some pretty fast moving systems this time of year. This is not going to be that. You're going to be dealing with the heavy rainfall and those strong winds for an extended period of time, at least for the next 15 minutes if this doesn't get canceled before that. So the Montrose area, Peach Grove Lane, we've got, I believe that's Route 3. We have Zacata Road. We have Stafford Hall Road as well. Bryantown, you are just on the edge of this system, still getting heavy rain and those gusty winds, but everybody within this system needs to be prepared for this potential tornadic activity as it's moving off towards the east. Again, slow moving, only at about 10 miles per hour. And we're going to stick with this for at least the next about 15 minutes as we continue to watch the rotation within this area. Again, Montrose into Chilton's, those are the spots that are seeing the heaviest rainfall and the strongest winds, and you are potentially seeing that rotation as we speak. So we're going to continue to watch and monitor this potential tornado, but it is a tornado warning that is in effect. Now, I know this is a very southern area for our region, but I want to zoom out and I want to show you that this is just the start of what is a pretty good line of showers and isolated storms. I know when we look at the radar like this, it really doesn't look all too interesting, but you can't let your guard down on days like today because we can get these pop-up storms that seem to just kind of not be strong enough, and then all of a sudden you've got this big storm. I do think the bigger threat for severe weather is going to be off to our south later today, but this is still something we're going to be watching. So if you are just joining us, we do have a tornado warning in effect until 3:15, and this is for northwestern Richmond and central Westmoreland counties in effect till 3:15. It's moving towards the east at about 10 miles per hour. Now, this is a thunderstorm, a severe thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado. So we have not seen this on the ground. We have not had somebody spot this tornado, but we do have our radar to show us that there is some spin in the atmosphere, and we could potentially be seeing a tornado with this one. So Montrose, Newland, this is just to the north of you, passing out of your region as well as we speak, but Montrose headed towards Bryantown and Chilton's, you need to be prepared for potentially a tornado to move through your area. So you need to move into a windowless interior room. This could be a basement, this could be a hallway, maybe a bathroom. Wherever you are, you need to get as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Move to the lowest level of your home. That could be a basement if you've got one. If you're in an apartment building, you need to get to the most interior region on the lowest floor that you possibly can. If you've got the kiddos at home, you can use their bike helmets, put on bike helmets to protect your head. If you're in the basement, you can get some pillows and protect your head. Keep yourself safe as we continue to monitor this. What I recommend doing if you don't have a TV that you can still watch while you're moving into your tornado safe spot, you need to turn this TV up all the way you can, as loud as possible so you can hear it in the next room, and I will let you know when there is an all clear. So I will continue to give you updates, but that's what you need to do. Get to your tornado safe spot and continue listening so that we can give you more information. This is now They're now saying until 3:02, so let me see if they've canceled this warning. It does look like some of that rotation is starting to get a little bit broader as we are moving into these next couple of minutes. So it does look like they have dropped that warning, so some good news. We're going to get a quick update here just to double check that we no longer have that. Yep, and there it went. Just went down. Okay, great. So before I let you guys go, I do want to give you one more update just so you're prepared for the next couple of hours. We do have a tornado watch in effect. So I know that was very far south of the DC area. However, everybody here in this red color needs to be prepared for potential tornadic activity as we move into the rest of your afternoon and even into the evening as well. So make sure you have a severe weather plan in place and make sure that you, yourself, your kids, your family, your four-legged friends are all prepared for what could be a little bit of a busy afternoon.